Welcome everybody, my name is Michael Abney. I want to welcome you to the Energy Sherpa channel today. And today I'm joined by my friend Misty Pennington, who is really an expert in sound and sound healing. And we are at her lovely place out here in Winfield, Missouri. It's about 45 minutes from St. Louis. And today we're just going to be talking about sound, how to look at that, maybe change our perception about sound.
Yeah.
It's more than just music. And you've discovered how to use this for healing.
Healing, yes.
And we're going to talk about it today. It's completely fascinated. If anything else, this is just going to create more peace in our lives. So I'm so excited that you're going to share your journey with us today. Walk around your beautiful estate here and just, nature, sound, it's all over. I can't wait for you guys to join us today. Stay tuned. We're going to get to it right after this. So thanks for coming back. We are here today just talking about sound. You may know about it. You may know about sound healings. You may have seen it on an ad on Facebook. I want to know more about it. And whenever I started to think about creating this video about sound, Misty was the only person I wanted to talk to. We're fortunate enough to be in a couple of circles, groups together that we get to share our talents and just be with each other as we're all going through this extraordinary change on our planet, this transformation. Healing is everywhere and it's in sound, and I can't wait to hear your journey.
I was a finance secretary at a middle school, a huge middle school, paying the bills, managing payroll. But I've always been a music lover, always, always. Music has always been a go-to for me, and often whenever I wasn't able to express a mood or a feeling, music always provided that for me. I wasn't really a TV watcher. I always turned on the stereo. And I didn't realize that I was moving the energy through my body when I was doing that. What I've learned now, I understand I was self-healing back then.
Part of what you do is working with singing bowls, crystal bowls.
Yes, crystal singing bowls.
Yeah.
When I retired, I wanted to go to the Gem and Mineral Show, the International Gem and Mineral Show. I've always been tied to crystals, love them, shiny rocks. They're just fun, they're beautiful. Shortly after I retired, not expecting anything with bowls or any other, it's a million things there, but I stumbled across these crystal tones, singing bowls. And they are a pure quartz crystal mixed with other gemstones and metals. Alchemy blend that create their sound. It's fantastic. Oh my gosh, the colors. It was just a rainbow of glass with that sun shining through. So immediately my heart's like, I'm in all the way. The love was just instant. And I bought a set and I brought them home. And that's how they got here.
And that's what started the whole
That's
thing.
what started it all. Sat on my porch and I got my meditation cushion and I just started playing. And you know, I was really struggling with a lot of things like inflammation in my body and some stiffness in my body from sitting in that typing position and holding it for so many years. I didn't make the correlation at first, but it really was sending healing through my body, just creating the love and the joy of playing. It overrode the pain. Now I can sit for 4 hours like that on the floor and get up and walk like nothing.
Let's talk about healing just for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and frequency and vibration, and that's really the theme for this video is understanding vibration from a different level. We're going to be talking specifically today about sound and how sound affects our body. It literally creates world, like the sound that's coming out of our mouth. When we do our affirmations or we're creating something new, that repetition of that sound is actually the vibration that goes out and creates it, returns it to us so that we can experience it.
Exactly.
So in the context of healing, I know that's a confusing word for people because when you think of healing, sometimes you'll go to like doctors or a pill or something like that. So in the energetic world, healing for me, and I'm going to ask you, it's different for everybody, but for me, it's just coming into balance with what your life is calling you to be. If you're at that state, you're in a healing flow. I'll put it to you like that. Like the life force that's going through the entire universe is going through you when you are clear, balanced, and unattached. to the outcome of things in life. We get tripped up because this beautiful world that we live in here is so amazing, so real, even though at its base it's vibratory. But when we forget sometimes, because the illusion is so real, we'll get attached to something or an outcome, or this little guy in here will start telling us how it's supposed to be and just get us sort of out of balance. And then things aren't flowing, and then healing's not at places. So that's how I look at it. So tell me your take when clients come to you, and how does sound play a role in that healing?
Okay. For me, healing is about being whole. When I say whole, I mean whole in the present moment, experiencing whatever feeling we're feeling. We love to feel good. For me, sound has been able to help me increase my emotional frequency bandwidth, my tolerance, my resilience of emotions. I can experience a larger range of emotions with comfort and control. It creates a sensation that gets me so focused on the sensation that everything else drops. But music just eliminates that. It eliminates that. You get so focused on what you're hearing. And so the frequencies of the crystal tones bowls are 432 hertz. We always want to entrain to the highest vibration. I even have one bowl that's 528 hertz, which is the frequency of our heart. Low droning sound that really, like, when it starts, you just are like, oh.
Well, when you think about that, I'll find some videos on the internet to describe this, but those videos of where sand's on a speaker and the frequency goes, and
cymatics.
Okay, do you explain that?
Yeah, cymatics. So and I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah, because that's
such
real.
A good
like you
intuitive
can see,
hit.
it's like there's no way that your mind can go, oh, that's hoo-hoo, because it's exact. You change the frequency and it changes the
pattern. That whenever I'm in my sound room and out in nature, because I can experience that frequency in different ways, frequency feels like a sacred geometric pattern. I feel it move through in that manner. Figure eights, diamonds, it's really weird to explain. It's just how I feel it. It brings me to a place of wonder of just what little sound can move us so. And so my sound baths are getting quieter and quieter and quieter. And then sometimes whenever I'm in a certain space of a pattern that will come in, when I'm in that quiet place and it's running, I know I need a sharp bing on a gong or something to break that pattern. Sound is that powerful. Almost every trauma we've had in our life has been accompanied by sound, if you think about it. Ourselves.
Wow, I have never thought about that. I've gotten smells.
Yeah.
But I never thought about a sound being
almost
associated
always
with anything traumatic or things that got stuck.
Crash, an accident, an interaction in a relationship that doesn't feel good.
Oh my God, relationships.
Yeah.
Remember, you couldn't listen to a song anymore because that song was connected to when you first met somebody, and you couldn't listen to it. Oh my God.
Because you can't carry it in your heartbreak. Happy, feel-good song that meant so much, they're out of resonance.
But when you are in a heartbreak and then you hear a heartbreak song, like a Kelly Clarkson song or something like that, then you're in alignment with that, and that's the only time you... I can only listen to Adele in certain...
Yes, that is why music is the universal language. Like, I can understand sorrow in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese. But if I hear it in their music, I can feel the lamenting of a violin or a cello. I can just feel the heart depth of a piano sometimes, or a harp. Music is powerful. Aligning with music with intention will change your life. We're bringing the here and now to that heartache of yesterday, and we're using music and vibration to move it in a gentle, beautiful way to a higher frequency.
It's getting out of that stuckness into the flow again.
Yes.
And I never really put that two together before. Almost like a tuning fork.
It is,
or tuning into a radio station.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's about loving ourselves right where we are, accepting and allowing yourself to be loved. That's the other half of that. You can do all the work, but if you don't do any work in your allowance, your ability to receive, your healing work for your own self is not going to feel complete. Yeah.
I'll show you guys a picture of this. There's this ginormous like wind chime near us, and it was quiet when we first started. And then, as you guys are here in the background, it's playing our accompaniment today. It's what's creating that amazing like that.
Yeah.
It's in harmony with our conversation today. The gorgeous sounds everywhere around us is wherever that is, wherever you are, and you have the ability to accept that and be one with whatever that is, and in your own space create these magical times with the crystal bowls, which we'll show you guys in a minute. And talk about sound bathing too.
To me, the process of sound bath, it can be a small, slight, relaxing napping journey, or it can be profound self-healing inner work. It can contain all of that. Typically start with connecting to our breath, just stepping down a little bit. And then they come in and they're able to kind of dial down at one level. And then we get on the mats, breath, another level. Then we integrate music and singing bowls and gongs and chimes and wind noises and water noises and bird noises and voice, and it just creates this beautiful symphony that just quiets your mind. There's a couple of scientific reasons. I'm using binaural beats is one reason, which are notes that are the same note but an octave apart. Create a process in your brain where your brain's trying to synchronize those waves, because the wave pattern of one is just barely off from the other. So you'll hear a wom, 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 wom. Draws your brain to remedy those two waves and put them together to balance it. It's just like an automatic thing that your brain does. Yeah.
It gives it something to do.
Yeah, it gives it something to do and focus. It takes your subconscious off of bringing forward all the U-Haul of stuff that you're bringing with you.
All the what's wrong.
Puts you right into the present conscious moment.
We're learning a lot today, right? Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
What are the other themes?
Anxiety. People are anxious. Most people are wanting to look inward and they don't know how. A lot of people want to quiet that mental chatter. They're so anxious to get rid of all of that crap they're carrying around in their head. I think some people want an escape. Don't escape from your life. Escape into your life. And if we're going to get peace, we have to drop from here to here. And that's where we need to be. But it's vulnerable to be there, you know?
Crazy vulnerable.
Right? Yeah.
But that's where all the good shit's at.
Juicy. It's so juicy and good.
The uncomfortable stuff, the stuff we have to face. Like, it's just facing it. Because if you're not facing it, you're in reactive state to some sort of fear, some sort of false evidence that's appearing real in your world that you just don't need anymore. And I love what you said about the U-Haul and like, we just don't need that stuff anymore.
Think of how unfree we are, dragging all of that with us. And it's okay. Now you know more. Now you can shine another light on that. Hug it, put it to rest.
Yeah, and heal.
Yeah, and there's so much going on. It's always a symphony around us.
Always.
Always a symphony. And I feel pretty blessed to have landed in a place in nature where this symphony really inspires me. You know, it's easy to connect here. It's quiet. Nature has its own rhythm. It's easy to sync with that.
Yeah. And that's what's emerging. And that's why I think it's really valuable for us to start looking at all of the other healing modalities, things that actually really heal.
And that's why sound is so effective, because it is amplified in water. And if we're 70% water and we bring intention to our work with sound waves, I mean, it's just a given.
It's all good.
Right?
All
yeah.
good.
So
all good in
good.
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate your wisdom, sharing it with us, and provide some new insights.
Love it.
As always,
thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me and letting me share my
love
thought for today. Yeah, my love.
Yeah. Well, this is your gift.
It is.
This is your gift.
Yeah, it is.
This is my gift. You have a gift too. It's just time to start sharing that and see where it goes.
Definitely, definitely. If anything that you can grasp out of this is that 180 flip, you know, that I did from retirement and following a journey of the heart, discovering the bowls and just that immediate knowing, saying hell yes to that. Wow, what a change it has brought for me, and what an expansion. Lovely, so lovely.
I love it. Just before I go, if you got value out of today, please give us a like and subscribe right there, and share it with your friends. Talk to your neighbors, your family. Share your story and your journey with other people in your life, and let's start connecting, creating and acknowledging our community of loving human beings that really do want to live in a space that we can grow, flourish, and thrive, and be at peace with one another.
Yes.
And that all starts with being at peace right in here.
In here, yeah, where everyone is recognized for their uniqueness. It's what we need. We need every person showing up as their self. No imitators.
It
no
needs
imposters.
you.
We need
your authentic
you.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what this whole channel is about, is sharing that, sharing other people's gifts, and hopefully it inspires you to share yours. Leave us a comment below. Tell us what you got out of today's video. Tell us what you thought of the sound healing therapy that we're going to go through in just a minute. Singing bowls. Yeah. And the birds. All of it. We love you. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's me. The Energy Sherpa.
I invite you to be seated comfortably, to close your eyes and settle in. As you are seated, you become aware of your body. Feel how your breath hits the places in your body when it comes into your being. Are you breathing into your chest? Are you breathing into your tummy? Take your breath to your tummy and let out an audible exhale. Feel the muscles in your shoulders relax when you exhale, and merely focus on your breath.